What's up, y'all? It's your boy Spider Productions here, and today we are here with my boy
Happy
Savion.
New Year's, boy!
It's New Year's. We wanted to get some videos out at least
do a couple.
Yeah, last before the year ends. And we decided, PlayBack. Shout out to y'all. We've been watching your content off screen. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny as hell. So we figured we should just do a reaction to a video they literally just dropped.
Should you tell them what they do in their videos so they'll know, or we should just
so
watch
basically, PlayBack does reactions to stuff that's going on in the world, like most stories and stuff like that. Typically, I try not to get involved in that type of stuff, to be honest with you. But sometimes it's funny. It can be ridiculous, especially if you're watching the right people. So PlayBack apparently did a video just now saying women don't need men to make babies.
Wait, hold on. Say that again for the camera.
So apparently, women don't need men to make babies anymore.
This word ain't shit.
I didn't think that was a possibility because, women do carry the babies, yeah, but you need the sperm to do that. You can say, oh, you get it from the sperm banks, but men put the sperm in the sperm banks, so you still need men regardless. So
exactly.
Unless there's a scientific explanation to confirm that you don't need men to make babies. I don't know. So
I be seeing people on Facebook talking about I'm trying to have a baby, but the father, he can't be niggas ain't shit type nigga. I'm like, what does that even mean?
You stereotype every guy
anyway,
before we get off topic, I want to see what this is about. So if we pause a lot, we apologize, but we just want to get our thoughts out on this particular topic. So without further ado, let's get into this.
Welcome back, PlayBack, to another banger. Trying to figure out why is good being money the only thing that men provide?
Simple. The fellas, we have these conversations all the time, right?
I've watched these guys too.
The best way to approach a woman.
Don't approach me. I'll approach you if I like you.
What? You want to approach a guy?
Of course. I'm going to give you my number. I'm going to fuck you. I'm the one that has the power.
Wait, what?
Whoa! Wait. So she doesn't want guys to approach her. She will approach them? Get the fuck out of here. Okay, I'll say this. There are a rare few women who actually do approach people.
I'll say this. If they're really investing into you,
yeah,
that's different.
That's the only way.
But
a guy can approach a girl just regardless. She could just look semi-attractive, really attractive, doesn't matter.
But in today's world, it's the typical, it should always be dudes because...
Yeah. It's always been like that.
Yeah,
so I can't see a girl walking up to a guy unless she's really interested in you and not just looks alone.
Exactly.
So I can't see a girl coming up to me. If I go out to the club or somewhere, I don't see a girl coming up to me solely because I look good. It's because of everything else she sees. Right. So, okay.
Kodak is pissed somewhere right now. Yo, damn. Why'd you say that aggressively? Yeah, that was way too aggressive.
Right? She said, don't approach me.
Don't say that to me. Don't say that to me. I'm not. You're not.
I like you. I'm going to ask you your number. It doesn't make any sense. I don't want nobody approaching me.
So you approached... Wait, time out. You approached a guy.
Yeah, I want to
and you spit game to him. You spit game to him and you got his number.
Yeah.
That happens on a regular basis.
That's easy.
First of all, what game are you... Okay, here's the thing. I've seen some videos of girls trying to spit game, and it's absolutely terrible.
Hey.
I've never seen a girl who could actually spit game to a guy, and one, it works, and two, if it does work, I've never seen it work. I've never seen it work. I've never seen a girl spit game to a guy and it works. So if she does spit game, I need to know how she gonna do it.
Hey,
I'm the least likely person to really give you advice.
Show niggas some tips or something,
Because I'm gonna say this, guys are very simple. You don't really need to do the extra shit. You could just come up to me.
You ever saw that meme when they were? You remember that video you showed me with what was it? It was said when the dude, when you showed me that video on Snapchat, he was doing math equations on how he was saying dudes are simple, we like you, you look pretty.
But
girls
is an extra whole level. Yeah, so the thing is that if you as a female decide to approach a guy, know that you will. First of all, let's know this: if you are attractive, any guy's gonna want to come up to you anyway. So you already got one foot in the door there.
Exactly.
And if you do the approaching, trust me, every guy is gonna be at the palm of your hand. So
please,
please. Unless you act crazy like that, there's no. Other than that, every guy will want to go with you. So I don't think necessarily girls need to approach. Like, it's easy for y'all to approach than it is for us. Like, we have to bring in the extra, like, long list of shit.
Or you don't know what's worse? When I hate when like everybody got that one friend in high school where like they try to ask the girl out and all they friends beat. I'm like, nigga, you gonna embarrass yourself. If you get that, if they don't like you, nigga, that girl don't like you.
Yeah.
And they will all agree on everything.
So yeah, I'm gonna just say, if you're a girl trying to approach a dude, trust me, you will have an easier time than if we were to approach y'all. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, that's an easy kill. How you say that's an easy kill?
That's easy. It's harder for you guys, even on social media. You guys, we have 20 lined up. You guys have 2 or 1.
Yeah.
If you have money, that's
Absolutely.
different.
Absolutely.
If you have money, that's different. If you don't have money, what the fuck are you gonna
We
offer?
looking right past you.
Exactly. That don't make no sense. So I'm gonna approach you.
I'm getting tired of the always gotta have prove my money for me to talk to you. Like,
Exactly,
That
bro.
can't be the first
It's
thing you're
not about
attracted
proving
to.
your money, but it's about.
Okay, here's my thing. I think the thing is that when I hear girls are attracted to money, it's not necessarily the money that they're attracted to. I mean, obviously it is, but it's not necessarily that. It's the fact that you were able to build yourself up to that point. And then here's my thing with that though. Girls would want guys who are already established, who are already like, you know, up there. But then you hear some of the girls say that I want to build a kingdom or an empire with you. But no girl is gonna date you at the bottom and then y'all build all the way up together. There's no fucking way. Like, there are some girls, I will not say all, some.
Unless
will
both of
actually
y'all
do that.
both started.
Yeah,
out.
unless, okay, here's my
You'll
thing.
get
If y'all
lucky.
are both in college, that's the only way I can believe that the both of y'all will start from the bottom and build up. If y'all both meet each other in
Start
college.
from bottom.
But if y'all are just in everyday life, she's not gonna date you right off rip and you ain't got shit. Like, she will want you to already either have enough or have a lot. So I
Hey.
can't see a girl trying to build an empire with you
Hey.
when your empire is already built. So
She could be like, "Oh, you think I'm playing?" Next.
Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly. So you're like, the thing is, as a guy, I say this. As a guy, you need to have your empire built already before
Yeah.
a girl just comes in.
Because in this
Don't-
generation, that shit not
Yeah.
gonna.
So don't expect a girl. Don't expect to get a girl and you ain't got your empire built up and expect her to help you get there. No, you need to have your shit together. And once you have it together, she can come in and see all the things that you miss and help build those and help fix those. That's the thing about relationships. She sees things about your empire that you don't see, and that's the thing. Women see things that you don't. So
Understanding that you're in my tax bracket or
Let's
above.
get further.
But that can't be the first thing you look at.
Why
Come on.
he can't be under your tax bracket?
He can be under it, but he has to come with qualities that bring him up. He can't just
alright.
be under it and be under it.
Yeah, okay,
No.
okay. All right.
So why you don't gotta prove your tax bracket to him?
I never say I didn't.
So then his is proven too. His house is his car. Why is yours just automatically proven, but he has to prove his to you?
Also, I think when we had these conversations about
yeah, and I agree with that. Just to pause for a second, I agree with what he said earlier. He was like, so why is it that as a woman you don't really have to prove anything to him, but he needs to prove a lot of stuff to you? Because I mean, because the thing is that, you know, yeah, most guys go for you just because of looks alone. That's true, but that doesn't mean that you can't improve in a relationship, like, or improve yourself to be suitable for a relationship. That's what most guys do every day. We improve ourselves on a daily basis. So if a girl approaches us, we're the best versions of ourselves for that person. So why is it not really the same thing for the opposite end?
This is automatically proven, but he has to prove his to you.
Also, I hate when we had these conversations about tax bracket. Like, tax brackets is so broad.
Bro, tax brackets fucking suck. The fact that if you make $400,000, you're in the same tax bracket as Jeff Bezos that makes no sense, bro.
There's no
Why?
way.
Why do they stop at $400,000?
It's such a broad.
Jeff
it's so
Bezos is like
broad
the
that
richest
the fact
dude
that that's how you
one of the richest people on earth.
Well, I
They
guess
said he the real Lex Luthor.
How much money he makes.
Got the bald head and everything. You trying to be in a movie?
But you know what I don't like? So they're being pretty honest here, but I think they're being slightly delusional too. She said money. That's the first thing she looks for.
Yeah.
But then she said, well, it's not about the money. It's about making sure it is about the money.
the money.
Don't say it's not about the money.
All I'm gonna say is, once you say it's about the money, I'm already like, nah, I'm good. Cause like once it's not about the money, and then you start explaining other.
I'm gonna say this. If you're looking for a relationship, as a female, I'll say this: if you're trying to find a good quality man, do not approach the guy because of his looks or because of his money. Please do not, because that will instantly, unless he's like a rich prick, that like he's gonna
You a
instantly-
douchebag?
Unless he a douchebag, there's no way that the dude is going to be like, you know what, I'm gonna take you serious because you looked at my money first.
Take you out to my backyard pool.
Like I'm gonna take you to my mansion. Like nah, you just be a one and done and that's it.
that was brought up is my money, my finances.
Yeah, but that's what.
Not about his character, not about personality,
Well,
compatibility.
That's what.
How you
Well,
gonna
think
get
it's
to
a
that?
ghost
if
in
you-
here.
You know the shit ain't
compatibility.
That's what.
How you gonna get to that if you the first?
you know the shit ain't real when they say that too.
No,
You know what I mean?
That is
it's
true.
either for a man, it's either you have good dick or money. A man looks
So
at
we-
you.
Oh,
Nah, pause to that. Hey, I know we paused a lot. I'm sorry, but pause to that. Come on, bro.
Yo.
Come on, bro.
wow.
Come on, bro.
So this girl said that as a man, you either have either or. You either have good D, or you have money. That's it. That apparently is all we offer. Good D or money.
Hey, you wanna know what's funny? When they always talk about what do men have to offer, I be trying to figure out what the fuck they got to offer.
Because my thing is this, it like all of us obviously we don't know the female experience. We're not women, so
Right.
we can't judge the female experience.
That's true.
But my thing is this: as a woman, I don't want it to make it stereotypical, but as
Right.
a woman, I expect if I'm to date you, you have a lot to offer to the table. Not just you know how to cook, clean, you know how to take care of yourself. You have your own thing going on. You have your own money. You have your own business. Whatever
Right.
you're doing. I expect you to have a good personality, a good character. You know, you're at least well versed in some things, and you at least are open minded to things that you probably are not
Don't
interested
do.
in. Yeah, like I like people who are open minded to different things instead of just the typical things. Because I'm a very typical person. I try to open my horizon to other things as well. But to say, as a woman, the only thing men have to offer is good D and money.
Hey.
But then when girls are like, because I hear the girls be saying, I want men to like me for this. I want men to like me for my personality, not just my ass. I want men to like me for my personality and my ambition, not my looks and my big ass titties. I see that, and I hear a lot of women say that. But this woman literally just said the only thing that you and I offer is good D or money.
You wanna know what's funny to me? When they bring up questions like that, why do they always address us as like we all the men on earth are like a tribe, so we all got the same qualities and shit.
That's true. Like, because for women, because we know there are different types of women in every like race or culture.
Exactly.
Like there is, I guess you could say stereotypical black women are loud and obnoxious and a little over the top. White women are somewhat reserved. Some of them somewhat reserved.
Yeah,
nice.
I
have softer
say like
voices.
all of them
like
are
that.
like that, but I say.
But yeah, every woman in every race and every culture is different. But for women in general, they think no matter what race or culture or whatever part of whatever you're in, we're all the same. Like that's not entirely accurate.
Like we not related to his ass.
Yeah, like I'm black, but I guess stereotypically act like a black person. So
or we black, but we don't do that drugs and stuff.
yeah,
we don't run the streets.
We're not
like,
loud and obnoxious like that. So we don't act like the stereotypical black people that people think. But I guess since we're men, we all think the same way. So.
Yeah. Yes. Men look at beauty. If you're not gonna go out with ugly girl.
I disagree with.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But to say,
I see what she's saying, but it's like I look at it like this. We don't all see girls the same. Like somebody see girls like this, somebody see girls like that. But I get what she's saying, but we don't see girls the same.
But the thing is this: she's basically saying that as a woman or as women, we see that men only have to offer is good D or money. But then she says men look for beauty. But that's not the same thing. You saying that we look for beauty, okay, cool. But then you're saying what men have to offer. That's different. What we look for in a woman versus what we offer to a woman. Right. That's entirely different conversation. Exactly. You're literally saying, okay, this is what men look for, but this is what y'all offer. That's not the same conversation. No. That's an entirely different segue of a conversation.
Only
that's what most women
it
do.
is one of the first things that a
I can
woman
take someone that's
is looking
determined, that's
for.
trying to make a way. He's showing it, and he's doing. Yeah, I can take someone.
I
can't
do it. So y'all just said
she said I can't do it. That's crazy. That's crazy. She's like, nope, can't do it. Not me.
But let's get further in the video because we paused it 2 minutes.
Yeah, I apologize. We just had a lot to say.
That's crazy.
Wait, what is it? It's 3 minutes. Damn.
we got a lot to go through.
All right, let's
so
wait till like the 15-minute mark or some shit or 10.
His wallet needs to be.
You know what's so sad about these conversations, bro? Is everyone has deluded themselves into believing that the more money you have, the happier you'll be. To the point where not only is it their primary criteria they're looking for, it in certain instances is the exclusive one they only care about. Yeah, that too. Personality, make sure we get along. As long as he has money, I don't mind not getting along with him.
Exactly.
For as long as I know him.
Which is crazy.
If you plan on,
because there's a lot of assholes out there with a lot of money,
like
and those are the stereotypical niggas ain't shit.
Like when you go to college, it's always on that white jock that everybody hates that got money, or his father. That nigga pay the school, so like he paying for your education or something.
He ain't got nothing. He got
How many
nothing to his
fucking
name.
arguments and fights, and then you leave the house and storm off and come back 2 days later? How much of that is worth like the Louis belt?
But not only that, why do you even put that much value in those things?
Those shits is irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Man, you ain't gonna take those to the grave.
That's what y'all are referring to. Because
like all these action figures, I ain't gonna take this shit to the grave. That's like that.
Your mama gonna be like, I'm gonna put Spider-Man.
I mean, she can bury it with me, but it ain't going with me.
Outside of just luxury. And so, sure, maybe there's some form of it, but if you're talking about you're just this high standard of it, you're talking about just excessiveness at that point.
It's excessive. And you just have to acknowledge when it's excessive. Like, I know the setup I'm looking at right now, it's excessive. Like, I can make a YouTube video with, like, a fraction of the stuff I have here. But I understand that these are not things that I need. They're things that I always dreamt of getting, so I got. But take them away from me. See if I'm any less happy. Please take them away from me. I don't care. You prioritizing the wrong thing and getting confused why shit doesn't work out is crazy.
It's crazy.
That's such a stupid paradox to put yourself in.
Hey, so you said you was different. So how can a man approach you?
Oh, the approach is just, it can be something simple. If let's say we're on the line standing supermarket.
I know you did not just use the supermarket line,
like, no guy is going to. First of all, I've never seen a woman, or I've seen some, but like normally I've never seen women actually be okay with guys approaching them in a supermarket. Because personally, when I go to a supermarket, I go there, get what I need to get,
and get the hell out of there.
I don't want nobody to come up to me or bother me while I'm in a supermarket, and I'm sure women don't want that either. So why would you want a guy to approach you at a supermarket? Here's what I think. I think that if you want people to approach you, it depends on the place you are.
True.
Like, okay, so if you do find an attractive woman at a supermarket, sure, you could try to take that chance, but know full well that person's probably not going to put up with you because, again, we only go to the supermarkets just to get what we get and get out.
Exactly.
So I say the perfect places to actually try to approach people is either night out on the towns, probably walking around downtown, you probably see somebody. Maybe, stereotypical club or a party or something like that. But if you just walk around downtown like we just did earlier, we could probably find like a few people that was attractive and we could approach them outside. Right. But like to do it in a supermarket or in Target or places like that, you go in there, you get what you get and you leave. You have no reason or no purpose or want to approach anybody. Now, does it work sometimes? Sure, I'm sure it does. But normally, I don't think that's what most people want. Most people don't want to approach people through a supermarket or a store. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
You can see some fruit, see something. Oh, you like fruit? Yeah, I like fruit. I like fruit.
Bro, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Why you saying so casual? Oh, you like fruit? Yeah, me too.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Why is it that y'all don't know how to pick up yourselves? You think that if we have a conversation about how much we like fruit, that's a way for us to pick you up. Are you dead ass? That is the lamest way to pick up a female. I'm sorry. I don't pick up females like that, and I know that's terrible.
You eat grape soup?
It's like, hey. It's like, hey, you like grapes? Like, I like grapes too. You eat apples? I like apples too. You eat bananas? You know what? I need to get your number. Like, we get to hang over damn fruits. Are you serious? That's embarrassing. You think us agreeing to the fact that we like the same fruit is enough for us to actually get a shot with you, bro? That's not enough. I'm telling you that right now. That's not enough.
Oh, you like pancakes too?
Right? Like you like the pizza with the little leaves on it. Like that's exactly what I like. That's we gonna fuck with each other. Nah,
bro, this laugh be killing me, bro.
I need to go back to that. Bro,
it's simple. If we're, let's say we're on the line standing supermarkets. You can see some fruit, see something. Oh, you know you like fruit? Yeah, I like fruit. I like fruit. I like for the simple fact that it lets me get to know you. When you putting on that front, and I just threw that out there. You know, I just threw it out there. But
that's a terrible analogy.
Because you're being
or a terrible explanation.
You're letting me see you.
I feel her. I mean, she gave a bad example. Though.
Yeah, that was a terrible example. I get what she's saying. She says like if we like something that we both agree that we like, then that could be a good way to get to know someone. That's true. Like if y'all have something similar, that's true. But over food, like I mean, like food. Everybody likes food. Obviously, we need it to live. But like, that's not enough. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Us having similar interests in fruit is not enough for me to pick up a girl. You can have that conversation with anyone. I could go to my dad's house and we can have this conversation about, hey, I like strawberries. You like strawberries too? We fucks with each other. I'm literally his offspring. So I can have this conversation with him if I want to. But to think that us having a similar conversation about us liking fruit is enough for us to like vibe off each other is not. It's not enough. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's not
My old math teacher laughed at what I put on Facebook.
I'm gonna read that.
We're gonna read it later.
Yeah.
All right, back to the video.
It was a crazy line. Yeah, but like just strike up combo with anything, bro, in the vicinity, man. Come on, dog.
I think some, especially men, because we hear people like on our Patreon and they ask that question like, how do we approach? And it's like y'all overthink it, bro.
Just go, bro.
Just go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Well,
I'm not gonna pause it. But like, I think a lot of people overthink things, and then they just like they get afraid to the point where it's like it's a fear tactic to just reverse and go somewhere else. So
idea of who you
gonna have to go eventually.
Yeah, eventually you have to do it. I know that for damn sure.
Me too.
You have to do it eventually.
Be yourself, nigga.
Front, I'm gonna see that later on. But just give me that now. The one that walks up like, oh yeah, you mad beautiful. I can't stand that. I can't stand walking in the street all day.
Nah, she look like a type that take him anyway.
It starts off with, you beautiful. I don't I feel like you just looked through my soul. Like that just feels disgusting.
So you rather him
Wait, whoa.
You look through my soul. What is your?
Isn't that what y'all want though? A guy to look through your soul and see you for more than just your looks, though?
Exactly.
So you're saying a guy looking through your soul by telling you you're beautiful is bad?
Like, bruh.
Okay.
You know what it starts off with? It starts off with, you beautiful. I don't want you staring at me. I feel like you just looked through my soul. Like, that just feels disgusting.
So you rather him approach you? You shouldn't have somebody looking at your soul.
Thank you.
Tell me I'm beautiful. I know you're gonna tell me, oh, you got pretty teeth, you got nice skin. I know these things already.
I see how you gawking me down.
Give me something else to work with. Then I might say, you know.
Okay, wait. Here's my thing. If
you know these things already, then how the fuck is he supposed to compliment you? Because at this point, it's like whatever they say, you just go get disappointed.
Because here's my thing. When people approach people, not just men or women, and it doesn't have to be specific. When people approach people, they approach you based on what you present out. So if you are a woman who dresses very skimpy, whether you like to admit it or not, or whether you want to agree with this or not is your opinion. But if you are a female and you dress very skimpy clothing, you know, you got your little cleavage out, you got your little one piece on, you know, you got your ass hanging out, you probably ain't wearing no panties.
Right.
If you're going out dressed like that, you shouldn't be surprised that guys are going to approach you solely because you're dressed like that. Like, I don't know why it's so hard for women to agree or understand this. Men are visual creatures. We visualize. So if we say we like you, or if we approach you, it's literally based off your looks. Like, whatever you present is what we're going to approach you based on.
Right. It's just like stuff we like about women.
So if you like, let's say probably another bad example. If I go to the library, right, and I find this very attractive librarian, I'm gonna approach her because she's dressed very sophisticated. You know, she's not having her damn cleavage out at a damn work of business. She works behind the desk, so she probably is a good worker as far as paperwork. She's you know, she's calm, she's cool, she's collected, she's attractive, which is a good quality. I'm sure she's very sophisticated, and she has a lot of good patience for her to deal with people in places like that, the library.
Right.
So based off all that, it's based off what she presented. So it depends on what you present as a person. Like, for example, if a woman were to approach me, I assume she approaches me based off what I present. So that's just how it is. People approach people based off how you present yourself to the world. So if you're at a party and you dress in a very skimpy one-piece outfit with your titties out and your ass out, guys are going to approach you, or even women will do this too. Yeah. Guys or women will approach you specifically because of how you present yourself. So if she's saying that, oh, I'm tired of guys coming up to me telling me I'm attractive and stuff like that, it's probably because of how you present yourself. Like, I'm pretty sure of it.
That's cool.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just how you present yourself. Now she can say this. She can say, but what if I wear, a big ass sweater and some jogging pants? People are still gonna approach me. That's true. Like, people are still gonna approach you because they just see your face, and again, you probably have a big ass that shows even through your damn jogging pants. So that's probably why they still approach you anyway. But my thing is this. I'll say this: if you're a woman who dresses up in a sweater and jogging pants to hide your body goods, it shows that you're doing too much to try to hide yourself. Like, true. So I mean, regardless, if you're a woman, you're just gonna get approached. Like, and it's mostly gonna be because of your looks. It's just common knowledge.
Because some people are just thirsty out
here.
Yeah.
So it's just how it is. It's unfortunate, but it's how it is. So to say that you want a guy to approach you for other qualities right off rip, that's just impossible. No guy is going to approach you right off rip randomly wherever you are solely because of your personality. There's no way he's going to get to know you unless y'all have a conversation. But he's going to come up to you. He's going to walk up to you because of your looks, though. So if you know that guys or women, whoever you're interested in, is going to approach you because of your looks, you need to dress a certain way to attract the right type of person.
Right.
That's what I'm going to say. Dress a certain way to attract the right type of person. You'll get a better result from that. Like, I wear basic damn t-shirts and jeans every day. I get people approaching me based off of just wearing casual shit. So I just say, wear something casual or wear something somewhat professional and respectful, and you'll get the right type of results that way.
Oh, that's something like this, yo.
Maybe.
This, but a man may feel like approaching you with a compliment is the best way to grab your attention.
Because most women like compliments.
So you can't
like,
find
I like
women
your shoes
in
or
clubs
glasses.
now because they got a sponsor. They sponsored for that night. Groups of women will go out with whatever nigga is buying the bottles. A group of women are sponsored for the night, so it's pointless to go out.
Majority of the time, you're right.
They sponsor for everybody's
sponsored. If they're not sponsored, they're looking for a sponsor. You're absolutely right. But then you have individuals and women like us that come with our own sponsorship.
How
often y'all be in the club?
I don't do that.
I don't do clubs often unless I'm going to an event.
Why niggas still look for women in the club? I did that on the
Yeah, it's not.
If this is how you
because that's how those women present themselves.
I'm not gonna lie. If you still looking for women in the club, good luck, man.
That's how women present themselves, man. I'm gonna tell you. It's not that you don't want to find women in the club.
You don't know what they got.
You don't know what they're doing.
If this is how you are, if this is your perception of women in the
ready
club,
to
why
laugh.
you go after women in the club? No cap.
Bro, you're spending thousands, dog, to impress
don't.
a few dozen people.
Don't ever waste your finances to impress no woman.
And then
it's
you
not
go
a good
home and you get in a relationship with this girl, and you're like, bro, why the fuck she only put me with my money, dog?
Yeah, right. Right, like you pissed
sat
off.
here, went to
Exactly.
a club,
You spent thousands of dollars on a girl
who's
who's interested in you because of your money.
And now, like, nigga, that's why she know you, nigga. You the nigga who threw money.
Yeah, that's what you are.
That's what you are, nigga. That's why we be saying, telling y'all niggas stop taking girls. Like, for example, on the first date, don't take a girl out on a yacht, bro.
Hell no.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
Absolutely not. No.
That's it.
That's a really good example.
Yeah.
That's a good example. Don't take no girl on no yacht. Even though that's probably what she expects. Don't take her there.
And stuff like that. In, like, let's just play, like, a place with a lot of, like, beautiful women, like Miami, for example. Okay. Like, if you do that, bro, there's a bunch of women who are going to look to take advantage of you, bro.
That's good advice, man.
Yeah, so don't do dumb shit
wake
like
up the
that,
next day
bro.
on the yacht. She stole all your credit cards and
all your
shit.
I'm not. I have to.
You want him to pay your bills. You want him to do this, that, and the third.
Wait. You putting words into place and shit.
So you're going half on the bills then?
I ain't going half on that. This is mine. You here as a visitor.
She said no, she ain't going half on the bills.
Pause it.
Shit, you ain't living with my ass, then.
The dude right there in the middle, he has to stop because there are a bunch of men who are like that. And I know this is a podcast.
Like what?
where he just assumes every woman applies to this categorization. I don't know if they're lying or not, but there are women out there who don't mind doing 50-50 or contributing to the bills. He has to stop just assuming that every single last woman who is saying they're independent, they legitimately go.
That's true. Because there are women who are independent who have no problem.
He'll just jump to that
splitting the bill.
So why don't you go 50-50?
But here's my thing. But here's my thing. The reason that I assume this stereotype is like, because it's a stereotype. Anytime a woman says that they're strong and independent, obviously means that they're strong and independent by themselves, but they don't want, they still want to reap the benefits of being females. I'll say that the reason that this is stereotyped is because these are the people who speak the loudest. Like, for example, you know how a lot of, I guess stereotypical black people, like people like the world looks at black people as loud, obnoxious, all over the top. You know why? Because those are the people who speak the loudest. Those are the people they see often. So that's why he's stereotyping women who say they're strong and independent. They don't need a man, but they want a man to pay for everything. Is because those are the women who are on social media, who are in normal life, who talk the loudest and talk a lot about it. So I can understand why he stereotypes it, but at the same time, that doesn't mean every single woman who's strong and independent thinks that way. Like, there are feminists who, because I think when it comes to feminism, there are two types of feminism. There is normal feminism, which is what it was created for in the first place, equality, and then there's modern day feminism, where feminism has been warped to just man-hating. So
we gotta do this because we hate men.
Yeah. So as much as something is stereotyped, like feminism now is stereotyped to just man-hating, there are women who are feminists who don't hate men. So, I say you shouldn't stereotype people, like think they're all the same thing. But if the majority of those people say the same stuff and think the same way, you would think that those people all think the same. So I can understand that.
He was right in this instance, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but he has to. I think he has to stop. He should stop doing that.
I don't care what nobody says. I bring.
I was about that age as well.
You have to understand, a woman bring life. Y'all don't. Mm-hmm. So I need a man to be like,
how you get that life, man?
What do you mean?
How you get that
life?
We
create.
What do you mean?
How do you get that life?
Go in the hospital and get a sperm donor. You don't need a man.
You still need a man.
You still need a man. Stop. No, wait.
Stop. I don't need a man. You heard her. I don't need a man. Like,
you need a physical woman to bear a child for you.
And y'all need
a physical sperm.
Where does it come from?
Where do you think it come from? Yo!
My God! Yo, why is she
Bro, I knew that was coming.
Bro,
I swear to God, and this is where the stereotyping comes from. I have never seen a woman have an argument with a man without bringing up the fact that the reason that she's superior is because she can bear children. I'm sorry, bro. This is why I say arguing with women about stuff like this is not a good look. It's not a good idea because they're always going to bring up that type of shit. Oh, I bear children, so that's why I'm better than you. First of all, it takes two people for a child to create. She literally just said that you need sperm to create a child. Where the fuck do you think that sperm comes from? Like, where do you think that comes from? You say, oh, I can go to a sperm bank. Who do you think provides the sperm for y'all to just go grab the shit and put it in your bodies? So regardless, you need a man to create a child. You cannot create a child on your own. Now, sure, the child gets created in your stomach for 8 to 9 months, but without the sperm, that does not happen.
Exactly.
So, again, I'm tired of women using this argument saying that, oh, because I can create a child and you don't, that means I'm better than you. But these are the same women that are annoyed by the patriarchy and men presuming themselves to be better than women. So, you can't say that you hate men that are better than women, but you just are saying that, oh, because I can create a child that I'm better than you. No, it doesn't make any sense.
I didn't know we was competing for who the best.
First of all, why would you want to compete on who could create a child? Or because I can create a child, I'm better. Why is that a competition?
It's not a race.
It's not. Like, both of y'all created a child. Both of y'all gonna raise that child for 18 years. It's gonna be your responsibility to the day y'all die. Or to the day the child dies. Like, why is it a competition about, oh, because I can create this child, it's mine? Like, because I've heard a woman who literally said, because I can create a child, that child is my property, not yours. I thought that was the wildest shit I had ever heard. Because first of all, just because the baby was in your stomach and you had, and I agree, y'all go through a lot because y'all have to carry that baby for 8 months. I can only imagine how painful that is, and y'all emotions all over the place. I can imagine,
But that does not mean that you are better than me because you can do that. Do you have a better, will? I say yes, but that doesn't mean that none of us are better than the other. Right. None of us are better than the other. Just because you can create kids doesn't mean you're better than me. Just because I can have sex with 100 females and my homies gonna praise me, but if a woman does the same shit, you're gonna be labeled as a hoe, does not mean I'm better than you either.
Exactly.
So we're not better or worse off than the other.
Fighting this! Nigga, why is she fighting this?
Bro, where does the hospital get it from?
A man!
Why is she being this stubborn? What the fuck is going on?
That's crazy. She's arguing something that's biologically true. Where do you get it from? Dick. No, I get it from a hospital. Where I get it from?
Oh, where the hospital get it from? Dick! That's where it gets it from. God damn.
Yelling about this.
Because it's gonna skip it. Mute it because it's gonna happen.
Wait, how you mute it?
Okay. I do want to watch this Harry Potter event eventually. Because it's supposed to come out Saturday, right? Skip it.
You're trying so hard to be right even though you're wrong. Fuck, bro. Why would you want that? Why would you want to raise a child on your own that go get sperm?
Exactly. I'm going to just say this. There's no reason that you should want to raise a child by yourself. Because, one, it's stressful for you alone. And then two, I'm gonna say this. Kids need two different perspectives when it comes to
dads and mothers.
Yeah, again, I was raised by a single mom, but I'm lucky to still, even though me and my dad don't necessarily always get along, we get along to a point where we respect each other. I'm grateful, honestly, as a 20-year-old adult, that I have my dad in my life to guide me, to let me see the world from a different perspective. Do I wish we could have had this perspective when I was younger? Absolutely. But, I mean, the world works in mysterious ways. But my thing is this. As a child, you need two different perspectives when it comes to being raised. You need to be raised by a woman, because a woman is going to show you how to be emotional and be empathetic to the people who deserve it. Whereas the father is going to teach you how to be tough, to be hard. When people put you down, you can get right back up. If you get into trouble, they get you out of it and make sure that you don't get into the trouble again. That's just typically how it works. Fathers and mothers have different roles. We do not have the same role. We don't. The same role, I'll say this. If mothers and fathers have one role that's the same, is raising your child. Raising your child is the role that y'all both have. That is the same. But y'all both will raise that child differently. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, obviously, I'll say this. If you're raised by a single parent and your dad is still in your life while your mom is raising you, it can be very difficult on who to listen to. Because that was difficult for me, on which parent to listen to because they're both not together. That's the difficulty of living with single parents. But I will say, it's better to have both parents to give you two different perspectives than to just have one and you only get the one perspective your whole life. And then when you get older, because I've heard there are a lot more criminals who are raised by single parents than there are criminals who are raised by two-parent households. So that says a lot, I'm going to just say.
From a hospital. Why? Why are you acting like that's your first viable option? Because if it was, you would already be pregnant, bro. You would already be pregnant. If you just go to the hospital, go get the shit.
Bro, if you're so intolerable of a person and you have no medical deficiencies at all and you decide to get a sperm donor, you gotta look inside. Come on, look inside real quick.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? You can't get along with no guy. That's none of them. You can't get along with the whole 50% of the population.
Exactly. And
I can find a womb to hold it. And find a wife.
Surrogates.
And you need a physical man to give you sperm.
You need a physical man.
No, you. Bro,
you need a physical.
Listen.
You don't.
Listen.
She said physical specimen.
If a physical man didn't go to that hospital, it would not be there.
So you need a physical man, bro.
That's great, but you guys need a physical woman to have a very
Listen, women.
You don't need a physical man to live with, to have a child with.
Where you getting the sperm from?
But where,
bro?
Oh my God.
Yeah, she is wait. She is so stubborn, dude. She's trying to fight it. That's what she's doing. Yeah,
fighting it.
She's fighting it like
you don't need a man to live with you in order to create a child, but you need a sperm for the baby to be born to be in your stomach.
At the hospital, you have an alien baby. That's an alien.
She made me seem like doctors just stitching sperm together. Like,
right?
Technology,
put it together. There you go.
If you hate men, just say that.
Right.
Why you trying to hide it?
Damn, Obama. Nigga, come on, dog. Come on, shut the fuck up.
This is the same type. I'm gonna just say this. This is the same type of argument where I hear women say that, oh yeah, we can create sperm through our damn bone marrow. I've heard women say that. They're basically saying, some women are saying, especially this is on TikTok, of course this is where it's from. There was a woman on TikTok that said that in the next couple hundred so years, women are going to find a way to use their bone marrow to create sperm so that they can have babies without men. First of all, I'll say this. Why the fuck would you want to use your bone marrow that is supposed to structure your body? And if you use too much of it, because you don't know how much you need to use, if this is a thing, if you use too much of your bone marrow, your shit's gonna fucking deteriorate your arm. It's gonna fuck up your arm or wherever you get the bone marrow from. Why would you want to use your own bone marrow to create a baby? First of all, that baby's probably gonna have a lot of defects because that's not a typical biological way babies are born. So that doesn't make sense. But my thing is this: why does it seem like every female wants to fight the fact that you need a man to create a baby? No, I've never heard of a single man who fights the fact that they need a woman to create a child.
Never heard of it.
I've never heard of it. I've never heard of a single man saying, I don't need a woman to create a baby. Because we all know that we can't create babies ourselves. So we know that we need two. Exactly. We know that we need women to create babies. So why are women saying that just because they create the baby, that they don't need a man for the baby to be created? You do. Now she was saying like, you don't need a man to live with you for the baby to be born. But that's not even the same thing. Why does a man need to live with you for a baby to be conceived? Like, you could, again, just have casual sex, a one-night stand, and you can get pregnant. Like, you could just be possibly dating, the man's probably not living with you, but then y'all could get pregnant then. Like, you could get married and get pregnant. It doesn't really matter. Like, you can get pregnant in any sort of way. So, for you to say, oh, I don't need a man to live with me in order for me to have a baby, okay, that's not what we're saying. We're saying you need a man to produce sperm, for that sperm to go into your body, to travel to your ovary or your eggs. I'm probably gonna fuck this up. To your eggs, so that the baby can be processed and be created. So the fact that you're trying to fight the fact that you need men for this to happen is crazy, man.
But therapists is like, that industry's about to boom.
Yeah,
bro, it's about to boom because there's no way it doesn't boom. There's this many issues, bro. We see and react to everybody we react to. Like 80% of them, they do great with therapy. Just get help, bro. Just start healing because this is not normal. You don't think things like this without being like fucked up in the past. You have a fucked up past. It's the only way you get to this point, dog. You don't have a healthy upbringing, a loving father, healthy relationships. You know, you still talk to your exes because shit didn't go horribly or whatever. And this is your outlook on life. There's no way you end up like this. Stop.
Men rank them, but they rank men all the time.
Why would you bring this topic up next? Like, we couldn't get no soft.
Next argument.
I don't think
Spicy.
I don't get mad if people rank me.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah. If you have,
I mean, of course, y'all on the show right now, so of course y'all gonna say.
I rate
that. But do you understand that women normally have a problem with guys ranking them?
That's based on insecurities, though.
But see, you have three women that just said we don't mind, so you can't.
So you're saying because women are insecure.
Also, the same three that's saying that they wouldn't. We can have 1,000 of the people that say they do have a problem with it, but when they're up front, they would also change their answer. That's what most women do.
Can I say something? If it's a bum rating me, you're a bum. Like, why are you rating me? Why are you rating me? You're a bum. I know men that have more money than you.
Okay.
Didn't they just say they didn't care?
Now, so you're basically saying that a man has no right to judge you or rate you because he's a bum, but then you literally said earlier that a man's money should not be the most important thing.
Make it make sense.
You know how so quick they just switch that shit up, bro? Like, it's like, again, like, I want to be on the side of females, bro. I was raised by a woman. I understand females to a degree. I want to be on y'all side, bro, but y'all don't make it any easier. I'm gonna just say it. You don't.
Stuff they be saying, you like, what are you saying?
Like, I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to? This woman is literally she literally said earlier that I don't care about anybody ranking me. If a man ranks me, I do not care. But if a bum ranks me, he should not have the right to rank me because he's a bum. But then you just said that a man's money should not be the most important factor in a relationship. You said that his personality or whatever the fuck else he should have should be important. But then this is also the same woman or one of those women earlier that said that a man only has to offer dick or money in a relationship.
That was the light-skinned chick.
So that was her?
Yeah.
So this is the same woman that said that men only have those two things to offer, but then she's saying, oh, but men don't need to use money in order to get with me. You could just get with me by talking about fruit. But then she says, "Oh, but if you're a bum, you can't rake me for shit. You can't say nothing." Man,
because if you realize through the video, she's the only one being the loudest. She barely said anything. She say some stuff, and she's the only one.
That's what I'm
talking.
saying. The people who are the most, I want to say, delusional are the ones who are the loudest. That's why it's a stereotype. That's why I'm saying this. That's why black people are stereotyped as loud and obnoxious. Because those are always the loudest people that talk, bro.
In a room.
Exactly. In a room, in a school setting, anywhere. So that's why it's a stereotype. That's why women who talk like this, who act like this, it's stereotyped. Because y'all are the loudest who have these crazy delusions. That's why it's stereotyped. If y'all don't want this stereotype, stop thinking this way.
When you try to tell them that's not how it goes, they get louder and louder.
Exactly, and then you prove it even truer when you do that. Like, it's just, come on, man.
You already criticized them.
You can't value a man through money.
See, you just said that.
Exactly.
You can't value men through money, but then you literally just did that.
No, you don't.
But it's like, man, you immediately are dissolving men to just how much money they have,
and by those standards, I'm like, she would fuck with me.
But again, if a man dissolved her entire existence to
her sexuality,
her sexuality,
they make articles
exactly.
Yeah,
right.
That's crazy.
If a man dissolves her existence over sexuality, that's a problem. But if a woman dissolves our entire existence based off money, we shouldn't say anything about it.
Or if we got a preference, everybody hate it. If it's a woman, everybody love it.
Like if a man has preferences, it's considered discrimination. But if a woman has preferences, it's considered preference.
They say they wouldn't have a problem with a rating. But if they got rated at 2, I believe me, they'd have a problem.
Oh yeah, they don't have a problem with it. But what I think is more, what she would definitely have more problem with is if somebody who straight up did not find her attractive just shut her entire opinion down and said, "Who the fuck? You're ugly. You can't say nothing to me right now."
I mean,
why you say ugly?
I mean,
you're ugly.
But this is why you're probably. Are you single?
I want to be single.
Yeah, but this is.
Oh my god! I can't.
Are you broke? I want to be broke. I don't even fuck with money. That's the equivalent. It's like, let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
Because she wants to say,
you want to be single.
Also, the reason why that question is always so. The reason why it's important to say that is because, well, I guess she's different because she does get approaching for men. But majority of the time, the reason why
she wants to be single, but she gets
always important to ask is because if men do the approaching and you're single,
oh my god! Sorry for the ads, guys. This is a long video, so.
That means that more than likely men are not approaching you, because the other way would be is that there's a plethora of men approaching you, but you're just so happen to be rejecting
men
all
still
of
approach her though.
Yeah, men approach her regardless.
Even if you approach men, they still approach you.
But she's saying that
because she said earlier she doesn't want to be approached, but you know damn well men are going to approach you anyway.
You're the worst person to be around.
No, God, Jesus, you're intolerable on this podcast that's designed to get entertaining answers.
On to my next topic. Level of brokenness. What is considered broke for a man?
This should be good.
Okay, hold on. Let me hear it. Okay.
Level of brokenness. What is considered broke for a man or broke for a woman?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. Mm-hmm. That's a great question.
Well, go first then.
That's a great question. I want to know.
This is where I really want to know. Yeah, we all been talking about this, and the two ladies on the left, they've been sitting here trying to be reasonable. We're about to see how reasonable they are.
And I don't know
curious.
What they're gonna say.
What's considered broke for a man and considered broke for a woman?
Bottom 10 to 20%. That's just the correct answer.
We're gonna see.
Bottom 10 to 20%. That's the correct answer.
We're gonna see.
First, just let it get. We want to hear you.
Yeah, she the money.
Nah, I just
she gonna know.
I meant like rich men, like people that have property in Italy, Spain, New York. So that's, to me, that's rich. That's wealthy. That's a man with money. I met men like that, and that's rich for me. And
we talking about what's considered.
Yeah, what's considered broke? We're not talking about rich. The fuck?
We're not talking about your.
We're not talking.
She bringing up her preference.
She just completely just pushed the whole question away. We're not talking about what's considered rich for you, because clearly, apparently, a guy who's a multi-millionaire who has multiple properties in multiple different cities and is able to keep that shit up regularly is rich for you. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what is considered broke for a man versus a woman.
Hey, why she start bringing up her preference? Nobody asked you that.
that's rich for me. And
we talking about what's considered broke. Yeah, we said what's broke
for
to you.
me is if you're hugging the block and you're not doing nothing.
Okay, I mess with that.
$90,000 a year or something like.
Hugging the block? Is that really what it's called?
I don't know, but we're gonna take that as like on the corner, you know. So.
I met men like I've been single for 3 years, right? And I've met like wealthy and like 9-to-5 men, and they're well established, got money saved, got property, got like building businesses and stuff like that.
You've been single for 3 years. That clearly
you're
says
capable
something
of being
about
a good
you.
consistent.
I'm sorry.
That's great. And I've met men that are rich, that are fucking wealthy, that don't need. They're retired at 35.
They don't need you.
Yeah.
They can replace you at the drop of a time because you
exactly.
What about you? I mean, okay, real quick though, what's broke for a female?
Let's get into it.
That's a good question.
A lot of broke females. Let's keep it
because
in
you
fact.
know what it is with a lot of.
Why you at?
Hey, Richard,
why is it the same thing?
Because there's not a lot of girls that you don't see a lot of girls hugging the block.
But what's a girl version of hugging the block?
Because y'all don't have no reason to be out there, bro.
Oh, hold on. I'm pretty sure you can find some girls who are hugging the block, bro. The fact that
You'll find some studs out there.
Yeah, you will. Hell yeah. You will find some girls hugging the block, bro. Like, trust me. As much as y'all don't want to think that this is true, it is true. You'll find them.
You gotta keep looking.
My God.
Why is it not the same thing?
Because there's not a lot of girls that you don't see a lot of girls hugging the block.
But what's a girl version of hugging the block?
I don't see them.
They hugging the block. They hugging the OnlyFans.
Exactly. They selling the punani. That's the same thing.
I think strippers should count too. So yeah, that gotta say something.
So women.
What she means to say is that it's impossible for a woman to be broke. She doesn't even want to admit that that's possible. But for a man, just the average guy on the block, hugging the block, he's broke.
Also, be very mindful that she said for 3 years she's been single.
Again, thank you.
And
she says she's been single for 3 years. That
says
a lot.
Men who are very wealthy. Yet she still has chose
not to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So I'm just gonna give an overall.
Right.
Men and women, I feel like someone that's not determined, someone that doesn't have any ambition, no goals. So you can be, let's say, a woman that just had a kid. She's looking to start her life over. She starts working at McDonald's. But you move up. Now you're working. So, like, you have ambition, you have goals. Same thing with the man. You have to start somewhere. You can't start in a high level position.
Okay, so here's I hate that I'm pausing this live, but if she's saying, because she's absolutely right. She says that every person, whether you are a man or a woman, let's just specify that. Whether you're a man or a woman, you have to start somewhere. Like, it just happens. Like, it's unfortunate that women, because of their looks, get the easier side of privilege to just get whatever y'all want as fast as y'all want. I will say that. But I'm not here to judge that. I mean, everybody has their own way of moving around the world. But my thing is that, yes, she's absolutely right. Every person, whether you are a man or woman, has to start somewhere. I just hate the fact that women will judge you based on where you're at, but won't be empathetic about where you're trying to go. Like, women are not going to date you unless you're either where you want to be, or if you're in a better place than what you were, but you're still trying to get to where you want to be. Right. So that's the thing I don't understand. Men, we do not have a problem dating any woman, no matter where you work at, no matter what you do with your life. You can work at damn near on the block anywhere. You can work at McDonald's. You can be a damn bartender. You can be working at a liquor store. It doesn't matter.
Fancy restaurant.
Exactly. We could date you, and it doesn't matter to us where you work at. Like, it doesn't matter.
It's more about the morals and what you
Yes,
bring.
it's more about personality and morals and looks in general than it is about where you work. Because the thing is, I know most women probably won't agree with this, but I personally think, as a man, females' money doesn't necessarily matter. Is it valuable to a relationship? It can be. But does it necessarily matter? No. Because what my mom tells me is that obviously she doesn't want me to date a woman that doesn't have anything going on for herself. And she's absolutely right. Yeah. But at the end of the day, is that woman's money going to be the most important thing in our relationship? Maybe not. It only depends on if I lose my job. So I will say, do I need to date a woman that needs to have something going on? Absolutely. So if I do somehow, because it can happen, I can lose my job, and she needs to at least keep me stable or keep us stable until I can get another job. So, but do I think that a woman's money is useful long term, or is useful to our relationship long term? No, because you don't hear a lot of men who are well established asking their women for money. You hear a lot of women who are even decently established dating men who are well established, still asking them for allowances and stuff like that. So, like, I don't necessarily think a female's money really matters to a man who's well established or who's decently off. You could be a 9-to-5 man. You don't necessarily need to ask a woman for money. Yeah. So I don't think a female's money necessarily matters. Does that mean as a woman you should not get a job and do something with your career? No. You should still do that.
Because you're not going to be sitting around my house doing nothing.
You're not just going to be sitting around just doing nothing. Unless kids are involved. But
that's different.
Yeah, like if you have kids, that's understandable. But if you don't have kids yet, you should be doing something.
Like if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, I'm cool with that. But if you want to work, we can do both.
Exactly. Like I will say, if you're going to be a worker and a mother, that's going to be very difficult. Yeah. The child needs the both of y'all, or at least one of y'all. But one of y'all got to work. I will say this: but if I'm to date a woman and she's a worker, and then we have kids and she decides to, if we have this conversation and she decides to be a stay-at-home mom, I'm perfectly fine with that. I think that's better, honestly. So get herself well established, well off, to the point where she can have kids and she can just be a stay-at-home mom.
Chill.
Yeah.
Be the shit. You start somewhere and you move up. Now, if you start somewhere and you get comfortable, that becomes a problem.
Broke is a mentality.
Yeah, that becomes a problem. That's part of broke to me, when you get comfortable. When you're not determined to get anything anymore.
You start somewhere and get comfortable.
It's interesting. And at the end of the day, that's the criteria. Who cares? But it's like, if you don't have money, unless you're on the path to making a lot of money, this just is nah. So like, you have to either be there or they have to see that you're on the way to be there. Yeah. Like comfortably making like $50K a year, and let's say like if you work at your job for 10 years, it jumps to like $70K. But that's like your peak. Yeah. That's no. That's ridiculous. You have to own the company now. Like, you can't just work for it. You have to own it and run your own business. And it's like, the average entrepreneur makes less than the average employee. By facts.
Here's the thing that I have a problem with that is that what they're saying is still cap, because how often are they actually dating someone?
They might actually date someone. They might not consider them seriously. They'll fuck around with them.
Oh well, they're
like, oh, you a side nigga.
Somebody who's all the way at the bottom. You want somebody
which is fine.
Some form of that. I'm not saying it's not, but you're dating someone who has something that's already established, and at worst some form of potential that you can tangibly see that makes sense that they can make more money than they make right now. The fact that you're not dating, you're not dating someone whose job will cap out at like $50,000, $60,000, $70,000.
Yeah, Merck's like, how many prospects? 80%?
Yeah, everybody can't just keep making more. Like, everybody doesn't have an endless supply of potential money that they can earn. Majority of the jobs that people work, they have a cap on it. Even if they decide to move up in it, there's still a cap on the new role that they're going to receive. When people make this argument, they're essentially saying still that they wouldn't date the average person. And that's the problem that I have, is that you're sitting here saying that. And again, I always ask, what else would there be more to have? If you're...
Sorry about the ads.
Yeah, it's so many, man.
You're saying you work and he works, and y'all both got together, and y'all combine if you make 50, he make 50, y'all combine making 100,000 already.
You know what's like?
So what else more is there to even do with the fucking money, bro? Actually, I just want to finish.
He thinking like, what is it to it?
Need a physical woman to have a very
women.
You don't need a physical man to live with, to have a child.
They really went back to this part.
I know she is not still arguing about this, bro.
No, they just went back to
it. You guys don't carry kids for 9 months. We do.
I carried them my whole life. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. The sperm is in us our whole life.
How many kids are you right now? No. Wait. Actually, I do got kids. They're right here.
Exactly. The kids are in our sperm, which then travels to you for it to be made.
You got kids? Wait, you got kids? Wait, you got kids? I'm not talking about your dogs. I'm not talking about your dogs. You got kids? You got kids?
Talking about your dogs.
My point exactly. You don't have kids. You carry a kid.
But you need
carry a kid.
That's somebody puts in you, bro. That's why gay men get a surrogate.
No,
they get physical women.
Let's be
what?
Yo, I'm medically correct. You carry an embryo. The embryo is then stimulated by the sperm. You can't be stimulated. You can't have a baby without sperm.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly.
She's the smartest one in the room, bro.
Exactly. You cannot create a baby unless you have sperm. Like, I don't understand. And again, she's actually accurate. But the fact that she's trying to argue, oh, well, we can create babies for 9 months. Yes, with sperm. Exactly. I can go to the hospital and get sperm. But who donates the sperm to the hospital? Men. I don't understand why you want to argue this. Like, this shouldn't even be an argument. Why are you arguing this?
Funny? It feel like she you finna laugh. She act like she being held at gunpoint to say this.
Like that's so true, bro. It's like so many women.
Like I feel like when women make these arguments, they act like somebody holding a gun to their head and saying, "If you don't say this, I'm gonna end you."
Because I've seen so many women who actually like are traditional housewives who like are fine with being traditional housewives,
right.
and other women will judge them really harshly just because they're not a modern day female, strong and independent. She's out here getting a career, but she's a slave to her man and her child.
I'm like, so you mad because she made this choice?
Exactly.
Like, it's not your life.
Exactly. You can make your own damn decisions. The fact that you okay, here's the thing. Do we all get upset that people do not think the same way we do? Yes.
Yeah, to some degree.
Yes. I have been in moments where I hate some people that don't somewhat agree with me in some of the things. But am I going to want the entire world to think the same way that I do? No. I don't expect them to, because everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own mindset, even though it can be dumb as fuck sometimes.
Or delusional.
Exactly. Everyone is entitled.
Like you can't lie. It be some people out there, they want you to get mad because they know they wrong.
Exactly.
So they like, I'm delusional. I want you to get mad.
Exactly. So the thing is that everyone is entitled to their opinion, even if you don't agree with it. Now, can you prove them wrong? Yes, you can do that, but you can't necessarily
make them agree with you.
You
can bring up facts.
Yeah, you can bring up
You
can bring up facts, and they can like slowly think about it and then possibly agree with you. But you can't force them to do that. They have to make that decision on their own. So the fact that she's trying to argue or just trying to basically push this ideology that a woman can create a child without a man is absolutely asinine, because as far as I am aware of biology, you need sperm to go into the embryo for then the embryo to expand to create a child. You cannot get that sperm from your damn bone marrow or just by waiting for the appropriate time and then the baby just gonna pop the fuck out your stomach.
Yeah, she a real goofy.
And even if you say, oh, I can get it from the sperm bank, again, who puts the sperm or who donates sperm into sperm banks for y'all to use? Men. So I don't understand why you're trying to say that you don't need us, but you do need us for y'all to procreate and create the next generation.
Yo, that's the issue, bro. Women like you.
It's so crazy she had to explain it to her. Like, let's be clear for a second.
Exactly.
You need sperm, dog.
The fact that she had to explain that to her is insane to me.
Yo, that girl on the right is. Oof.
And then she's about to say, like, I'm not saying that. No, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
But we try to eliminate men, and that's where the issue is. You just said you don't need a man.
Yo,
Hey!
hold
on!
Hold up. I need to go back. What did she say, bro? Yo. Oh my god, yo. Wow. Get your ass back in here. I need to be sure of this. Oh my goodness. Wow. Alright. Hold up.
Oh my god.
What's he doing out there?
Playing around.
I didn't 100% hear what she said, but
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to run out like him. I don't know if he ran. I got out first.
Oh, we try to eliminate men, and that's where the issue is. You just said you don't need a man.
You
Take out that hat.
You always.
What the fuck?
You always trying to eliminate men. That's the problem.
Who said that?
You. You said I don't need men.
You don't need men.
That's the most hilarious.
Nigga, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Oh man.
Yeah, you're so fuck, bro. You're horrible.
That shit, I don't know if it just operates slower than most brains. There's something wrong with it though.
She acted like she didn't know the lead up to what he was about to say.
Right?
And when he explained it, she just got louder.
Like, no, I don't. We don't need men. It's like,
Hey.
I said that.
Hey.
We want you. There's a
I'm gonna wait till
difference.
the
Need
video.
and want is a
Oh my
different
god,
thing.
here we go.
What?
We're getting into the conversation. Women, so women, the typical conversation is, we don't need you, but we want you though. Like, we can do
I
that.
like being single, but I need somebody. Like, what the
It's like, how you said that?
We want you. There's a difference. Need and want is a different thing. I don't need a man, but I want one.
Yeah.
I want a
My
man.
God,
But you just said you've been single for 3 years. You don't want nothing.
But I don't need
need a man. There's a difference.
Men
There's a
don't need
legit.
a woman
at the end
either.
of
Like,
You don't even want
this is gonna go.
At the end of the day,
the potion
You know what's
that
crazy?
he carries in his testicles. You don't want him.
You want the
potion
Yeah.
that lives inside of his
That's it.
testicles.
But I want a
that's
man.
like that's like a man saying we don't want.
Yo, did she just say that we don't want a man, we just basically want the sperm that lives in his dick? Is that really what she just said?
Something like that. Yeah.
You see the shit we have to put up with, man. Like we're not doubting the fact that women have to put up with shit.
And y'all
too.
say we heartless.
But you just see what the fuck is going on, bro? The fact that she just literally said, or she didn't say that that's what she wanted. She said that's kind of what she wanted.
Exactly.
She's basically saying that you don't want a physical man. You just want the sperm that lives in his body, basically.
I'm just curious to if that baby turns out to be a boy, what is she gonna do? Because dude gonna turn into a man.
I've heard a lot of feminists who are like man-hating feminists who then get sons and then they change their whole
Like that video you showed me last time.
Yeah, like
where she was like, "I don't like the man you become." That's your son.
Exactly, but I saw so many women who were like hard-hitting, man-hating feminists, and as soon as they have sons, their whole damn perspective on life.
They be whooping them without reason. Why you whooping me? I don't like you. But
like, their whole perspective on like men changes. Like there are women who are feminists who are actually trying to like, or who switch over to like men's right advocates because they have sons of their own, and then they realize how shitty their sons are treated because they just have a dick between their legs.
What the woman?
That's it. But I want.
You don't want him.
You want the
potion that lives inside of his
That's
testicles.
it. But I want.
That's like a man saying we don't want the woman. We just want the
womb.
womb. That's it. Like,
Exactly. That's exactly what.
Hey, let a man say that and everybody hate him.
Exactly.
Like, bruh.
You saying that you want the sperm instead of us that lives inside us is literally the same thing as me saying I don't want a physical woman, I just want a womb so I can have a damn baby.
With that, dog. Man, you had to go home and dismatch you. I'll be tight.
And imagine like a high earning man, very wealthy, because all she care about money. And this nigga's like,
he just got done taking care of his home in Italy, and he comes home,
and then
his woman acts like this.
Like,
fuck no.
You know that, right? Bro, you're a horrible. But I don't need you. You need me, but I don't need you.
Yeah. I don't understand that analogy.
But hey, man, I'm gonna tell you what you do need to do. You need to hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button.
I mean, what it is though? Hit that subscribe button.
This video right
Alright, we probably gonna watch some more videos eventually. But man, we've been doing this for an hour. That's the longest video.
It's just say an hour.
An hour and 7 minutes.
Where?
Right here.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, like, that's
an
hour video.
I say we paused a little bit too much in the beginning.
Yeah.
I think next time.
I didn't expect it to be 24 minutes.
I say if we could have pushed it to like 45, I think that would have been decent.
Yeah. I apologize, guys. We just had a lot to get off of our plate because that was fucking crazy.
But I say next time, let's not pause until like the 8-minute mark or 10-minute. So we like halfway through.
All right.
So,
but guys, there you have it. There's PlayBack. Shout out to y'all. Y'all doing good stuff over there. We loving the content y'all spewing out, and man,
realistic content I've ever seen.
This is why I don't get involved with the
Me
news,
too.
man. That shit is insane. Like, I don't want my channel to be dictated just because of the news. I want to be the entertainment. I want to entertain you over this bullshit. But
hey.
Man.
Hey, you can't lie. That was funny.
That was.
I don't want you, but I need.
Like I don't want a man. I just want your sperm so I can create the baby. But I don't need you. But I don't need your sperm though. I can still have the baby on my own. All right, guys. So there you have it. That is Women Don't Need Men to Make Babies from PlayBack. If you guys enjoyed our reaction to their video, let us know in the comments down below what you guys thought. Drop a like on the video for your boy. Hit the subscribe button to be part of the community. And hit bell notifications so you guys know when we shall post next. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Maybe it's
peace.
I think it's either over here or it's over here. I'll figure it out eventually. But peace.